I bought a bag of M&Ms and they don't have M's anymore. They all have W's for woke. Type 1 does not simply. And let your keyboard finish the sentence. Pav, you've just asked a stoner to explain why they have to smoke weed every day if isn't addictive. In Moana, 2016, Shafrala's Productions makes an appearance. This is a reference to how I'm truly sorry about what happened to him and I hope he'll be alright. 6-year-old kid looking at mom's ID card. Sex, F, he laughs. Mom, what's funny? Kid, I can't believe you're so bad in sex that you failed in it. Husband date laughing. I'm broke as hell this year so I can afford a good Christmas gift for you, but I do have about a terabyte of memes I've collected since January. Would you accept that? That's all I've ever wanted. Be excellent to each other. My daughter. We need to talk. It's good that you're diligent in your studies but you have an unhealthy addiction to loft hip-hop radio, beats to relax/study too. Your vibe attracts your tribe. My tribe. When Hitler was 16 years old he had a crush on a Jewish girl. Hitler, will you be my girlfriend? Girl, only if there was no other Jewish boy in the country. Hitler. When you sneeze so hard, your mustache changes lips. When you remember that our future depends on you. Thank you to all who made it Knock at the Cabin the #1 film this weekend. I am pinching myself that this is the 7th time this has happened to me. This is the 4th in a row with it Universal Picks. Much love to James Cameron, he's a hero to me. Glad to be in theaters with you. Do not type the empty set symbol into YouTube. Worst mistake of my life. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy. And there is no Queen of England anymore. Having a conversation with my grandma with Alzheimer's. Me, it was nice seeing you grandma, it was nice remembering you me, you remember me? Grandma, I don't remember your name, but I remember that I love you. It's enough to make a grown man cry, and that's okay. Remove the hand from the box and day. What in the box? 400 memes about dryjacking. Day 285 without sex was yesterday. Today is day 0 thanks to my new job. Slaves should be free. Slaves should be free. What do you do for work? It's complicated. So I just said, it's complicated and changed the subject. What's complicated about it? Nurse, what's the status on those pizzazz? Coming right up, boss. When your favorite stuffed animal gets ripped so mom stitches it back together. Can someone tell me one bad thing that President Trump did when he was president? And sending a mean tweet doesn't count. Doctor, I have question, why do women live better, longer and peaceful life compared to man? Because women don't have a wife. Men making up the most complicated excuse for why liking femboys isn't gay. Ugh, what a day. These starts have been calling me. Oh, they rue me. You're home Earl. So, how do you keep those on anyways? It's mutual. I have a thing for milking. I didn't know mermaids lactate. The more you know, kid. My girlfriend forgiving me after I caught her with another dude. When you wake up and check your phone to see how much longer you can sleep, but it's right before your alarm rings. Looney Tunes characters when they see the cartoonishly large rocket heading right towards them. Andrew Tate loses legal appeal to end detention in Romania. When you get your first award on Reddit. Americans when they learn that the age of consent in most of the world isn't 18. Player, I want to play a Tabaxi rogue with 1 level in Bard, that has high charisma and dexterity and uses a longsword as a primary weapon DM. Wait a minute. When your favorite teacher says they're impressed by your work. You hear drums in the deep. You're surrounded by yours. They're chased off by something else. They're chased off by something else. She looks like the roommate who tweets about emotional labor when you ask her to do the dishes. If you do not know what you're doing, neither does your enemy. Josu. Adam Jillian. A homeless man from Edmonton, Canada, stumbled across a rare Disney's artwork in a trash bin and sold it at an antique shop. Alexander Archbold, the owner, assumed it was a replica and paid $20 for it. While cleaning the artwork, Archbold realized it was an authentic hand-drawn image and sold it for $3,700 on eBay. He later tracked down Adam and shared the proceeds with him. He also raised $18,000 for him via a GoFundMe campaign. When she says she's wet but the village hasn't had water in months. Poison in RP games. You see, your majesty. You have been poisoned. No one will hear you scream as you choke to dads. Poison in combat games. No. Everything is immune. Any experience? No, sir. I hope you will gain some here. You're hired. My mom telling me to go play with the neighbor's kid. The neighbor's kid. Do you want a grown man to cry? Because that's how you get a grown man to cry. When you reached a personal goal no one else knew about. Me to me. When you see smoking weed as bad memes when drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes are worse. People almost never talk about how lifestyle creep when you begin to make more money is not so much spending on luxuries, but rather all the life maintenance things you couldn't tend to before that end up being really expensive, like dental work or car repairs. When your favorite teacher says they're impressed by your work. Latin American country, I'm going to diversify my economy so I don't have to rely on producing bananas. The USA. When you're in the middle of an exam and the teacher is explaining something to someone. Me, I need to stop procrastinating and get some work done. My friend, you should read this book, it's really helpful and will help me. I'll put it on the list. If you're jumping on the Avatar: The Last Airbender bandwagon just because it's on Netflix, and never even watched it as a kid, let me just be straightforward. Welcome aboard. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did/do. When you hitting it from the back and she turn around and say ethnically cleanse me daddy.